Alright, good morning everybody. Day 102, 28 May. And we are climbing Old Blue, and look, we're above the clouds. How cool is that? Gorgeous morning. I'm gonna give a shout out to Gary and Kathy. Had a great stay. You know, it's no short drive for Gary, man. It's an hour each way. So 4 hours out of his day yesterday was just spent driving for me. So buddy, I appreciate it. Miss Kathy's cooking was fabulous. And now my backpack is extremely heavy again because I got 4 full days of food in there. I'm about to throw it down this mountain, but I know I'll be hungry later, so that wouldn't be good. All right, climbing Big Blue. Sweating already. Made it to the top. It's 7:25. That took an hour and a half. But it isn't a straight climb out of the parking lot. Like, you got to climb up this brutal ridge and then walk about another mile to get to the start of Old Blue. Beautiful morning. Beautiful. Those clouds are awesome. All right, moving on. I'm gonna get me a little bench magic right here for a second. Enjoy these main views. Have a conversation with y'all real quick. Oh, today's a tough mental day. Yeah, thoughts of home are strong. It's all good, we're just pressing on, but it wears on you. I'm happy for Kansas tomorrow though. I wish I was in his spot. I have the best wife in the world. She just keeps reassuring me that all's well at home. Just take your time, don't get hurt. My brain don't want to hear that though. One thing you can't argue, it's a beautiful day. I got some hills to go over, and then we get down into more, I won't call anything here flat, but kind of what you see out there in the lower lands. Kind of just some small ups and downs. So I have a feeling bugs are going to be bad. So that ex officio shirt's going to come out. All right. Just going to keep walking. That's all you can do. Just keep walking. I don't know when I'll post this video. There's no need to comment on the... I'm just letting y'all in on what's going on today. There's no need to try to build me up, man. I'll be okay by the time y'all see this. Just one of those days. They come about every, I don't know, they're coming more often now. I'll be honest, man, like, this is what's weighing probably on me the most mentally, is just been walking in water. The trail is so flooded since before Vermont, so it gets aggravating. But again, we can deal with it. Press on. It's a pretty view. Glad I got it before I go back down to the green tunnel. A lot of ridge walking and just a swamp today. Really isn't too fun or too enjoyable, but you get a view like that and that helps. All right, back to the swamp and the green tunnel. Just got done eating lunch at the Bemis shelter. It's only 10:30. Man, I ate breakfast at like 4 something. I've only done, I did 8.6 miles in 4 hours. Not too bad, I guess. Clearly not the average that I like, but terrain definitely dictates out here. And this is tough walking. Not necessarily because of elevation gain. Elevation loss is tough. But it's just rooty and freaking wet and muddy. You just can't get a good pace going. It just gets interrupted about every other step. So anyway, got to do 21 today to get to the campground that I want to get to. We're just going to walk till we get there. Don't care if it's 9 o'clock. All right. The climb up to Main 17 was unexpectedly freaking brutal. Good Lord, I'm sweating. That's straight up a mud waterfall. Good Lord, will the rain and the water ever go away? Whatever. Alright, gotta get moving. Alright, let me get y'all up to speed with what's going on. I just crossed over Main 17, heading northbound towards Rangeley. I was having my pity party for myself this morning. You know, I started thinking about Stover and the story he told me about losing his son. And Stover, I'm not going to say too much, but I hope you don't mind. And, you know, it's weighing on me. And, like, I know Mike Burton, you think that, like, I only took help because my mom wanted me to, or, man, couldn't be farther from the truth, bro. The reason why I don't really want to stay somewhere is because when I leave, like, I saw Stover and Kathy together, and man, you leave and you're like, God, I miss my home and my family, and I want to be able to spend a Sunday and a Memorial Day with them. So that's why it's just easier to stay by myself in a hotel room, because I can manage those emotions a little bit easier and stay focused on the mission. But I wouldn't have traded that time with them for anything, man. Two great people. But back to my son, you know, his story just highlights, and his son was 31 when he passed away. But man, our days are limited, and we don't know how much time we're going to have with those that we love. And so sometime after I got done thinking about all that, I was like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're going to do a 21 today and maybe a 16 tomorrow because it's hard. Like, where did the warrior go? Where did the warrior that started this freaking trail go? And that's what I started asking myself. And I grew some out here, y'all, I did. But this time, this last leg, man, I'm pushing all that aside and the freaking warrior's back. Because I'm going to gain every day that I lose at this point forward with my family. Man, is a day that you might not have later. And Stover, whether you know it or not, man, the story just touched me and floored me all at the same time, brother. I can't imagine the pain. It's been, what, 5 years? Yeah, I'm gonna get the hell home. And the warrior's back. And I'm gonna enjoy every mile that I'm on this trail. But we're going to Rangeley at all costs today, hopefully. Unless just something starts hurting too bad or I feel like crap. I'm gonna stay in the hostel there at this point throughout the trail. We're gonna get up about 6 in the morning, which is late for me. I don't figure I'll get into bed till about 9 or 10 tonight. And we're gonna put in hopefully 20, 25 tomorrow. We got some big triangles to go over. To hell with it, man. Like, it's time for the warrior to come back. And it's time to get the hell to the objective, and that's a Katahdin. Like, this has been so far about a 1,853 or 4 mile infill to the target. Now I gotta get to the target. And we're going. So the warrior's back, man. And the warrior ain't going away until he summits. Alright, y'all. Thank you to the trail maintainers that left this, man. Had 2 apple juices and eating some Oreos. Y'all are the best. Thank y'all. Look at this view. I am right by the Sabbath Day Pond lean-to. Gorgeous here. Alright, y'all, it's almost 3 o'clock. I'm on mile 20. About just over a mile from the camp spot I was going to go to, but now I'm about 6 miles from the hostel in Rangeley I'm going to. It's a good day. The fire is lit. We're going to knock out some miles. Get to Katahdin, I hope. No, I don't hope we're going to. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Man, this is the trail. This is, there's hardly any views today, and it's just a bog, so I'm trying to keep my spirits up, but, you know, there's worse things to be doing right now than walking the AT, I know that. These conditions are miserable. And it ain't anybody's fault. I got to say thank you to a bunch of trail maintainers today, which I love to do, because they were out here, they're trying to fix this for us, and God bless them, man. I want to come back and get involved, not up here, but somewhere closer to the house, and help out too, man. Alright, I'll catch up with y'all at the hostel. Alright, y'all, off the trail on my way to the hiker hostel. Been a 26.6 mile day today. Just under 27. Well, it'll be 27 by the time I get here. Gonna go in here, do priorities of work, get some fuel back in my body, especially some salt, some hydration. Yeah, we're gonna get ready to go do it again tomorrow. Gotta check the weather, see what time the rain's coming. Gonna get 20 in no matter what. Sorry for the sun. And we'll push into Katahdin. If I do 20 tomorrow, that'll leave only about 11 into Stratton. That'll be my Nero day. Get some sleep. Press towards Monson. All right. Positives and negatives today. Positives. I got the warrior mindset back. This is what I need from y'all, man. Seriously. Some of y'all might not like the decision to warrior up and push hard, but man, I'm not asking you to like it at this point. I'm just asking you to support it. And so please save all the comments on, hey, I thought you were going to slow down. Like I had a revelation hit me today, and it's clear as a bell that we're pushing to Katahdin as fast as my body will get us there. So y'all just please support it. And if anybody, mentally, the support mentally is always worth, man. Your comments, your positive comments, anybody that's got any information on the trail from here all the way to Katahdin, man, feed it to me. Anybody that lives up here that can get a cherry Coke somewhere in front of him on the trail, that would help, but not necessary. So anyway, help me be positive, and we're heading to Katahdin. Alright, y'all, to close out day 102, I'm at the hiker hut. It's where you cross over, heck, I don't know what road, but where you can go into Rangeley. And for 25 bucks, I'm in a little cabin about 3 feet from the stream. It's awesome. Got a shower. You shower outside. They got hot water down there, a little pump. Very cool. Might not be for everybody, but man, this is unique and awesome. So the hiker hut, Rangeley, Maine. Very cool. All right, y'all. Good morning. Welcome to day 103. It's Memorial Day. My hat's off to all those who have made the ultimate sacrifice to allow me to be sitting in this little hut in the middle of Maine, 3-4 feet away from a stream, about to go walk to AT. It just seems so minor compared to the sacrifice that many of the families are still living with today. So, from the bottom of my heart, I sure do appreciate it. Lost a lot of good friends since 9/11 happened. They'll all be in my thoughts today as I head northbound. And I got some 3, 4, about 5 significant peaks to climb today. So I will do so in their honor and with a heavy heart, but a happy heart. Real quick on the hiker hut where I stayed last night. I love this place. It's off the grid. If you don't come here and expect a whole, like you ain't gonna charge your phone, even though they do have battery chargers, right? So you could. They have everything thought out. The shower's outside, but it's warm. It's hot water actually. And then y'all see what I'm staring out. I'm sitting in my bed right now, staring outside at this. awesome. 25 bucks, can't beat it. And let me just give a shout out to the owner. I had my clothes hanging out last night, and I guess it either started to rain or it's just wet down here because we're down, you know, at a lower level. He pulled all my clothes off the line, drove them in town to the laundromat, and the laundromat just happened to be closed. But his sentiment of doing that won me over, man. Like, that's above and beyond what anybody should do. So kudos to this place, and I highly recommend it. What a cool experience. Okay, on to today's movement. My aggressive mindset is still in place, and we are going to move northbound today. I am limited a little bit by the rain and by shelters, but I may say screw the shelters and keep going and just tent in the rain. Don't matter. We're going to Katahdin. Alright, so we're starting just off the page. I already ripped it off because it's only about a mile. We're going to head up this big peak, Saddleback, which is a ski resort, I guess. And then y'all can just follow the gray line along, center of the screen. We're going to come all the way back down to, that's under 2,000. And then we're going to climb all the way back up. This peak right here is over 4. This peak right here touches 4. And come back down to under 2,000. And then we're going to climb right back up to almost 4. Now, this is 18 miles right here to the Spalding Mountain Lean-To. That's my first decision point. That's 18 miles. I can stop there if it's pouring rain and get out of the rain, or we can keep going. Climb that last peak, turn the page. We're going to pass that famous plaque on the rock of where they completed the AT at today. And then really, if you see, if I do turn the page, then it's just really a downhill. If we can get back focused. Sorry. There. It's just a downhill, and then there's 2 campsites. I would like to go to the Crocker Creek campsite because it has a privy. It's probably a little bit more robust or a little bit nicer. We'll see. But there is one earlier too. That will set us up for about a 7, 8, 9 mile into Stratton in the morning, which is, again, stiff climb up to just above 4 again, and then back down, almost down to 1,000 into Stratton. Mileages. If you look down the left-hand side of the screen, we are currently at 1,969. So if I stopped at Spalding Mountain, that would put us at 1998 with 201 left to go. And I want that number under 2 today, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel after climbing all these peaks. But we're walking, folks. We're going to Katahdin. The Warriors back out, so hopefully I'll feel like keep going. If we make it to our first campsite, we'd be at 1993.2 with only 196.6 left to go. And if we made it to the second one, just a little bit more, 1994 with 195 left. Cool thing is, tomorrow when we hit Stratton, cross over the 2,000 mark, and that's big for me. So that's it for today. I'm going to get packed up. It's 5:22 in the morning on 29 May. I thought it was 28. 29 May, Memorial Day. Hope everybody's having a good holiday. Alright, y'all, today I'm going watchless. I'm just going to walk. I know all the big peaks and where the shelters are anyway, but I'm tired of looking down at my watch every couple of minutes. This adds a level of stress that you don't need out here. Hiker hut. It's cool, man. So when she showed me that hut, I was like, yeah, this is me, man. I get some solitude. She provides you they provide you a solar light so you don't have to burn your headlight all night. Just so cool. It was really good. Bed was very comfortable. Hung a mosquito net. Even though honestly, the bugs weren't bad inside. They got little curtains you can close. It's not fully enclosed, man. The bugs could get in, but they didn't. The gnats outside were horrible. Inside, not bad. Really cool place. Again, man, out in the middle of nowhere. I'm by the Piazza Rock Lean-To. More trail magic. You guys are incredible. Y'all are my inspiration too, man. That's what it says. Thanks for the inspiration, buddy. Keep on hiking and finish strong. 2018 Thru hikers. Thanks, man. Early riser ain't scared to Saddleback Mountain because he's fueled by Cherry Coke. Bring it. Alright, y'all, it's Memorial Day, and I gotta take a second before I climb Saddleback to I hope everybody, if you didn't do it today, and I know this video is going to come out late, man, research somebody who's died in combat, maybe more recently, and maybe share that story with your kids and your spouse, and just memorialize them. One that still haunts me a little bit is Scotty Duffman. Scott was a PJ, and a damn good PJ. And he came over to Afghanistan and was killed in a helicopter crash. He's only there for about 4 days. The problem is, he just had a daughter. That was his first child, just got married, you know, a little bit before that. And when he got in the country, and right before he went down to stage for an operation, I was in charge over there at the time, and he came over and was like, Trey, he said, man, I got a daughter now. He's like, you got to take care of me, man, and get me home safe. I was like, man, we'll do it. And then the helicopter crashed about 24 hours later. So today I hiked for Scott Duffman. Let y'all see what I see. I'm gonna get my butt kicked today, buddy, but it's for you. And I won't stop. One last thing, man. Kind of what I was saying yesterday about Stover's son. You just don't know how much time you got, man, so make every second count. I'm gonna get home, man. I'm gonna knock this out like a warrior and frickin' make more of those minutes count. Probably more than I did before I came out here. If the trails taught me anything, it's how precious time is. Logan H. and Orion. Logan, I think this is what you're looking for, right? I'm pretty sure that's white bark or birch. And it's crazy. My mama sent me a text saying to give you a shout out because, man, I hadn't really had time to read the posts, but just yesterday, you think of a million things while you're walking. And I have a love-hate relationship with the white birch tree since I've been out here. But I was just thinking yesterday about how good of kindling that would probably make, all that peeling bark. But my hate relationship with it ain't really hate, but when it peels off in big chunks and it's hanging from the tree, when you walk by, I catch it out of the corner of my eye, and I think it's like a trail sign hanging on the tree. And man, I'm an info junkie out here, so I want to read every sign. And so I always stop and turn around, and it's usually a piece of white birch bark hanging off. So anyway, thanks for following, buddy. I've been up high altitudes all day at 4, and no white birch up there for sure, but we're back in them now. Alright, y'all, I'm at the Poplar Ridge Lean-To. I'm gonna stop and just eat a quick bite, but this is where Jerry spent her last night, inchworm, in safety before she got lost and ended up dying of starvation. So shout out to inchworm. Alright, y'all, End of day 103. I'm gonna go ahead and do the wrap up now so I can get in the tent and roll these legs out, man. Holy crap. Hurting puppy. So stealth camp of the night right by a big river over to my right as I'm looking at you, and there's a little one right over to the left I'll get my water from. Really good spot. It's gonna rain tonight, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be any kind of a washout. Should be over in the morning. Got about 7.5 into Stratton in the morning. Gonna try to knock those out pretty quick. 2 milestones today. We are officially under 200 miles. In fact, I think we're around 196 or 5 right here. And then we go over 2,000 tomorrow as well. Really couldn't pull the camera out much today, man. You get over 3,500 feet and get it exposed, man, and it was miserable today. Like, the wind wasn't as bad as it was the other day, but it was bad. Everything's wet. It's raining sideways up there. And you get down here, and it's not a bad temperature, and it's just a nice spring, you know, cloudy day. Did 23.7, almost 24 today. I made a wrong turn one time, so let's go ahead and call it 24 point something. Yeah, I'm tired. That's 5 days in a row of putting up big numbers. The one day was only 10 miles, but that's a big number when you go through the notch and then go up the Mahoosic Arm and then go up Old Speck. So anyway, we're about a day ahead of schedule right now. I want to keep it that way. We're going to get into town tomorrow, take a Nero. Hopefully the package will be there. I'm going to load out quick, get in bed quick, get a video posted first, then get in bed quick, and try to get back out to the trail as early as possible. And we're heading to Monson. Trying to get to Monson by Friday evening. Hopefully Nero there the rest of Friday, or maybe Saturday. We'll see how it goes. And then getting in the 100-mile wilderness, hopefully starting on Saturday or Sunday, with a projected summit of about a week from this Friday, probably, or Thursday. Roughly 10 days, hopefully. Kansas summited today. He texted me when he got back down. Proud of him, man. You are the man. You're a beast, dude. Yeah, so excited for him, man. That's to culminate 2,189.8 miles. Words can't even express. Well done, brother. It's hard to believe I haven't seen Kansas since Damascus. That's crazy. That's a long time ago. Yeah, man. And I know Stamps is probably in the 100-mile wilderness right now or close, so he should be summiting in the next few days. So if he ever sees this, man, or anybody's in contact with him, tell him I'm proud of him too, man. He's kicking butt. Silver Girl and her boyfriend was at the hiker hut last night. By the way, one more shout out for the hiker hut, man. That place is original and I loved it. But yeah, so we're about the same place. I think they stopped at the shelter about 5 miles behind me. Let me tell you, today's a rough day, man. I'm surprised I got these miles in today. This morning was rough, going up Saddleback, and you're exposed for 3 miles, and the wind was just howling, and it was soaking wet, and the clouds were just pouring over the mountain. It was miserable. And then you got to go over Little Saddleback. Yeah, it was a rough day, man, but we're kicking it. All right, I'm gonna get my gear explosion, my pack explosion going, and get some dinner and go to bed. All right, y'all. Oh yeah, let's not break tradition. One more crazy thing is Verizon's working pretty good in a lot of areas out here. So if you got Verizon, man, don't fear Maine yet. And this is all the way to Stratton. I'm 7 miles short of Stratton, and I was walking down the trail talking to my wife on my cell phone for a long time. In a low area too, which was just blowing me away. So kudos to Verizon. Can't wait to see you, my family, and I'm getting more excited. It's pushing me hard. Just got to get the body to keep up with it, man. I think it's going to. Been practicing for 3.5 months for this, so we're gonna take it to the house now. All right, y'all, deuces. All right, everybody, it's day 104, May. I love March, huh? May the 30th. Go ahead and get our little rock. Gratitude. All right, heading into town. It's cloudy. Been raining all night, a little bit, on and off. Still drizzling a little bit, on and off right now. And you can already see the mountaintops are in the clouds. So I'm gonna go, and I gotta ford about 2 or 3 creeks today, or rivers, or whatever you call them. So phone's probably gonna go in the rucksack and a waterproof bag till I get to town. But if I see anything interesting, I will film it. I'm crossing over 2,000 today in the next few miles, so that's cool. Yeah, otherwise I will probably catch up with y'all in town. Slept good last night. I have to guess it rained pretty hard at some point. My footbox and my quilt was a little bit wet today. It always aggravates me, but the problem is I'm so tall. By the end of the night, if I scoot down at all, my foot box ends up pushing against the side of the tent, which puts it over the little netting. That Z-Pack tent is awesome. But some splash from the raindrops will definitely come up through the netting over your bathtub floor. But it's not a problem if you don't have something right up against it. But again, me being so tall, I end up scooting down sometimes, and footbox is a little wet, no big deal. Dried out today. All right, heading to town. Some trail magic for Kansas. Kansas, I'm gonna dip into it, bro, because you are done. But whoever left this is the man. Thank you. I'm gonna drink this Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. Kansas, I'm gonna drink this and celebrate your accomplishment, buddy. Love you, man. You're awesome. All right, y'all, I'm in Stratton, Maine. I am taking a Nero here today. Did about 7 or 8, actually about 8 miles in. I'm going down to get me a Gatorade or whatnot at the store and try to do some laundry. Plan is to 7 o'clock, gonna launch out tomorrow and start heading to Monson. Pretty cool little town here. I'm staying at the Stratton Hotel. So far so good. I got a private room. It's 65 bucks, I think, 70 after tax. Pretty good, except they don't have hot water right now. Waiting on a fuel supply, which ain't no big deal, man. Just had a shower day for yesterday. I'm still good for about 3 more days, right? All right, y'all. All right, y'all. What does a food and pack explosion look like when you've only got about 190 miles left and you've only got one more stop at a hostel? Yeah, it looks like this. Just explosion. Got crap everywhere. So I'm trying to work out the method to my madness. Everything's dry now, so I'm gonna go ahead and start repacking my rucksack. I have too much food. I've got 4 days worth here. I only need really three and a breakfast maybe. I'm gonna push hard going to Monson, so I'm gonna, y'all know me, man, I want to take every bit of this food, but I'm gonna try to neck it down to just about 3 days of bare necessity, plus a little bit more because I like to eat. Alright, I'll do a daily wrap up here and go over a few things that have been in my mind, and yeah, we'll go from there, man. Sitting at the Stratton Motel. This room's pretty decent for 65 bucks. I'm digging it, man. I like the decor. Alright, y'all, hope y'all don't mind, but I'm gonna do this laying down. I'm working on some recovery. Got my feet elevated for an hour or two, trying to get the swelling in my feet down a little bit. They stay swollen the whole time, man. You'll see if you ever do any long distance hiking that your feet are swollen almost all the time. Walked in cold water a lot yesterday. A lot of snow melt. The water was unusually colder, I think, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I just noticed it more yesterday. But in a way, it's kind of good because everything kind of tenses up in your feet, and definitely don't blister at all. Like did a lot of miles yesterday over those mountains, and feet did good. Feet have done really well lately. Those Basque trail runners have been great. I'm hoping they just can hold it together for about 180 something more miles. Yeah, I know it's gonna be a long video, so I don't wanna make this too long, but doing good, man. This was a good stop. Don't get too wrapped up over like the mental stuff you saw in the video. It's just part of the trail and part of life here. It's hard to understand maybe if you haven't done something like this. I'm not sure I would have. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but when you go through it, you just have some different realizations. But like the one I went through the other day, and I'm blessed to have met Gary and Kathy and got to stay with them and hear Gary's experience and all that with his son. And his son's nickname was Stover, and that's why Gary's trail name's Stover. So hearing about Stover, man, made things crystal clear in my not only short-term goal here to get to Katahdin as fast as I can, but also in my long-term goals of, you know, how tiny little moments matter and that we squander them a lot. And I'm so guilty of that. I definitely have new motivation to try to be a little bit better with that. And I said it a long time ago, if anybody remembers in my videos, of when my wife was not understanding why I wanted to do this, why I wanted to be gone so long from them. And I said, man, it's not that I want to be gone this long from you for any reason. It's that when I'm come back and I'm here, I want to be more here with you. And I couldn't have been more accurate with that, because that is what this trail has taught me the most, is what's important and what isn't. And it goes back to just the basics of life. And I told her that a long time ago, man. You get to get out here and just get back to the basic priorities of work. And I think there are some priorities of life, and I think that we fail to execute those appropriately most days. And we let little stupid things get in our way and take the time away from us that really isn't important. And when we realize it, it's usually too late. So, 4 months gone. Hopefully that will help me regain some of those priorities of life and put them in proper order, because they were not in proper order a lot of times. Work or working out or some other shenanigan bull crap would take the place. And it has changed my mindset, so that's good. Alright, with that revelation, we're getting up in the morning, 7 o'clock, trying to get on the trail or a little bit thereafter. And we're pushing hard to Monson. We got the Bigelows to go over tomorrow. Kansas just texted me. I asked him about some traction. He's like, man, it was just slushy snow at this time, so I'm leaving my micro spikes. They are not coming with them anymore because I just tired of carrying them. But they served me well. I think I paid $20 for them, and I would argue, probably saved some broken bones on me. But it's time to get it, man. So we're gonna do as many miles as we can tomorrow. It's supposed to rain, but hell, it's supposed to rain every day. And I'm watching everybody else's through hike videos today, and everybody's catching it up down the coast. It ain't like I'm in some little pity party rain puddle, man. It's everybody dealing with it. So it's just one of those years. And we're just gonna keep walking, and we're gonna get to Monson. It's about 70-ish miles. Once you get over the Bigelows, man, the terrain flattens out a lot. There's some hills in between here and Katahdin, but they're nothing like the Bigelows. Tomorrow morning's the last 4,000 feet we'll go over until Katahdin. And once it flattens out, I know it's going to be muddy and buggy, but we're going to roll. Alright, y'all. Thanks to my wife for getting these incredible resupply boxes put together, making my life so easy. And I cannot wait to get home and spend the night with y'all and just be a family again. Alright, thanks to all my YouTube subscribers and followers out there, man. I have enjoyed this journey. I'm not looking forward for it to be over for us. So we'll have to see what's next. But we're getting to Katahdin. So get on board the train and start shoving some coal in the furnace. Get that train moving, because that's what I'm doing. And y'all just help pushing me to the end, man, because we're going. All right, y'all. Deuces.